Alright, let's dive deep into everything happening with the New England Patriots as we kick off this latest update. One of the biggest stories buzzing around the league right now is the controversy over the tush push. That controversial late game maneuver where the offensive line basically shoves the quarterback from behind to gain those critical short yards. For years, it has been a part of football culture in certain situations, often deciding drives, but recently the NFL considered banning it entirely. This offseason, the league put it up for a vote and teams were split on whether to keep it or get rid of it. What made this so intriguing is that at first it looked like the ban might actually pass. There was a real momentum behind getting rid of the play, with several teams pushing hard to outlaw it, citing concerns about fairness and possibly player safety. Philadelphia Eagles owner Jeffrey Lurie went all in, even bringing in Jason Kelce, their star center, to lobby the other teams to vote to ban it. For the play to be disallowed, it needed 24 out of 32 teams to agree, but the final vote came in at 22-10, meaning the ban failed and the play remains legal. Here's the twist. The Patriots were one of those 10 teams that voted against banning the tush push. That's right. New England joined an elite group of franchises that resisted this change, standing firmly behind the tradition and grit that the play embodies. Alongside the Patriots, teams like the Ravens, Browns, Lions, Jaguars, Dolphins, Saints, Jets, and Titans also voted no. I have to tip my hat to those squads for not overreacting. Football at its core is a tough, physical game. It's about pushing through, grinding out those 2 or 3 yards, and embracing the physicality of the sport. The idea of banning something that's been a staple for so long just felt like an overreach to many. For fans of classic, hard-nosed football, the decision to keep the tush push alive is a win. It's a reminder that football isn't just about flashy plays and spread offenses, throwing the ball 50 times a game. It's about battles in the trenches, power running, and testing defenses with sheer physicality. Whether teams want to lean into that or switch to spread formations and air it out, the option to use the tush push remains on the table. Jason Kelce even commented that if he could run that play 50 times a game, he might have never retired, showing just how effective and beloved it can be for certain offenses. But let's be real, the play also forces defenses to adapt. It's not like defenses just roll over when the offense pushes their quarterback. You see defenders like Fred Warner timing their rushes perfectly, flying in from the edges trying to disrupt the push before it gains momentum. Defenses have to step up their game, anticipating and reacting faster, or else those extra yards pile up and keep drives alive. It's a chess match on the field, so rather than banning the play, it puts pressure on defenses to improve, which keeps the game competitive and strategic. The Patriots' stand on this issue also sends a message about how they view football. Head coach Bill Belichick and owner Robert Kraft have both indicated that this is not a health and safety issue, but a football tradition worth preserving. In a league increasingly concerned with player protection, they're drawing a line here, defending the rugged elements of the sport that make it unique. It's a stance that honors the game's history and respects the physical challenges players face every Sunday. Speaking of the Patriots and their offseason moves, there's been a lot of interesting activity off the field too, despite already having one of the league's top cornerback duos in Christian Gonzalez and Carlton Davis. New England is not standing still. They continue to seek ways to improve, and recently they worked out a former Detroit Lions defensive back, Jerry Jacobs. Jacobs has some solid experience under his belt, having started nearly 30 games over 3 seasons, racking up over 100 tackles, a handful of interceptions, and numerous passes defended. Although he went undrafted and bounced around a bit, his numbers show potential. Jacobs had signed with the Los Angeles Rams last year, but was released after an injury settlement, which means he's been recovering and working to get back on the field this year. The Patriots brought him in to see if he has fully healed and if he can add depth to their secondary. Depth at cornerback is crucial, especially given the physical nature of the Patriots' defensive schemes and the long NFL season. While no contract has been offered yet, don't be surprised if New England picks him up or keeps scouting similar players. The team always prides itself on thorough due diligence, constantly seeking value and hidden gems to strengthen the roster. Now, turning to the defense as a whole, The Patriots are really dominating the voluntary off-season program. While the offense is still finding its rhythm under Josh McDaniels' playbook, the defense is flying around the field aggressive and opportunistic. Just yesterday, rookie quarterback Drake May threw 4 interceptions, 2 of which came from miscommunications and tipped passes, but that highlights how sharp and ready the defense is to capitalize on any mistakes. It's typical that at this stage of the offseason, defense looks stronger since they get to react to offense rather than execute complex schemes themselves. But still, the energy and intensity are undeniable. The defense's dominance isn't going unnoticed. Players like Darren Douglas openly admit the defense is ahead of the offense right now, but they expect that gap to close quickly. Douglas was optimistic about McDaniels' offense, calling it lovely and saying that once the full playbook opens up, things will get crazy. He's especially excited to work in the slot receiver position within the new system, which could unlock his full potential. It's a refreshing take because it shows confidence in the team's offensive future while recognizing that there's work to do to gel everything together. Among the offensive skill players, there's been a lot of buzz around Pop Douglas, the undrafted free agent who's been turning heads with his playmaking ability. Many analysts and insiders believe he could easily become a 1,000-yard receiver in this offense, especially given the way the Patriots plan to utilize the slot position, with Stephon Diggs ramping back up to full speed and other receivers fighting for roles. Pop Douglas could emerge as a key weapon, possibly the number 2 target on the depth chart. That kind of production from an undrafted player would be a huge boost for the Patriots' passing game. Now, let's talk about the offensive line because it's going through some significant changes this offseason. 2 new starting tackles are expected to protect Drake May's blindside and edge, and the dynamic there is fascinating. Morgan Moses, the veteran presence, brings not only size and strength, but also leadership to the room. He's been described as a mountain of a man and someone younger players can look up to, especially rookie Will Campbell. Moses is taking Campbell under his wing, helping him adjust to the pro game speed and physicality. Will Campbell has impressed since he arrived, having dominated at the college level for 3 years straight. His transition to the NFL is being closely watched because he's not only physically gifted but also mentally sharp. He constantly asks questions about technique, hand placement, and how to counter different types of pass rush moves. All things that Moses has years of experience dealing with. Their locker proximity allows for constant football talk, and Moses isn't shy about calling Campbell a stud, a rare compliment that signals high expectations for the rookie. There's even talk that Campbell could be in the conversation for a captaincy in his first year, which is almost unheard of for a rookie, but speaks volumes about his work ethic and the respect he's earning in the locker room. If that happens, it would underline how special he might be for this team's future. Early reports out of camp suggest that Campbell is living up to the hype and could become a cornerstone of the Patriots' offensive line for years to come. All these pieces fit together to paint a picture of a team balancing tradition and innovation, experience and youth, defense and offense. The Patriots are a franchise that prides itself on adapting while keeping the core values of toughness and discipline. With the tussle over the tush-push ruling, the defensive dominance in off-season workouts, exciting young players rising, and an offense still finding its groove, the stage is set for an intriguing season ahead. Moving forward, the offensive line story continues to be one of the most intriguing narratives this offseason for the Patriots. Besides Morgan Moses mentoring Will Campbell, there's a lot of anticipation about how the line as a whole will gel to protect Drake May and create running lanes. The offensive line often makes or breaks an offense, especially when working with a quarterback like May, who is still relatively new to the system and finding his rhythm. The pressure is on the tackles in particular to step up and provide that consistent edge protection, and from what we've seen so far, the signs are promising. Morgan Moses' leadership is crucial because he's faced some of the league's best pass rushers over his career. His ability to read defensive fronts, anticipate moves, and adjust on the fly is exactly what rookies like Campbell need to learn. This mentorship could accelerate Campbell's development in a way that not many young linemen get early in their careers. Campbell's hunger to learn and his constant questioning show a maturity that bodes well for his future. It's rare to see a rookie dive into the details of hand fighting, spin moves, and stunts with such eagerness so early, and Moses' praise is not given lightly. Meanwhile, Drake May's development is another key piece to this puzzle. Last season, May showed flashes of brilliance, but also the typical inconsistencies that come with a young quarterback adjusting to the NFL pace. The new offensive scheme under Josh McDaniels aims to leverage May's strengths, his mobility, accuracy, and decision-making, while providing him with better protection and more reliable weapons in the passing game. With a deepening receiver core and improved offensive line, the hope is that May could make the leap from promising talent to consistent starter. The Patriots are also looking carefully at their depth chart behind May. The workout with Jerry Jacobs was just one example of their ongoing search for quality backups. Depth at quarterback is vital, especially in a league where injuries can happen at any moment. The team knows that having capable hands to step in is crucial for maintaining momentum during a long, grueling season. Whether that backup role falls to someone like Jacobs, a familiar face like Stephon Gilmore possibly returning in some capacity, or another player yet to emerge, the Patriots want to be ready. On the defensive side, the energy from the voluntary off-season workouts is setting the tone for a unit that has been the backbone of the team's identity for years. The ability to create turnovers and disrupt offenses early in practice sessions shows that the players are buying into the system and the culture that Bill Belichick and his staff have cultivated. Interceptions, tipped passes, and aggressive blitzing are all signs of a defense playing with confidence and discipline. The offseason is the time to build that foundation, and the Patriots seem to be doing just that. That said, the defense will face real tests once the offense starts to click and the playbook opens up. Josh McDaniels' offense is known for its complexity and creativity, and once fully implemented, it will challenge the defense to elevate their game even further. Darren Douglas's optimism about the offense being lovely hints at exciting things to come, but it also acknowledges that there's still a journey ahead before the unit reaches full potential. This dynamic, defense currently leading, offense catching up, is not uncommon in the NFL, especially during transitions in coaching and scheme. What would be fascinating to watch is how quickly the offense adapts and how that impacts the overall balance of the team. When the offense finds its stride, it takes pressure off the defense, allowing them to be more aggressive and less predictable. Conversely, if the offense struggles, the defense has to hold down the fort longer, which can lead to fatigue and breakdowns. The Patriots' commitment to developing young talent like Campbell and Douglas while integrating experienced veterans like Moses and Diggs suggests a long-term vision. They're blending youth and experience to build a roster capable of contending year after year. The key will be patience and execution. Coaches and players working together to refine each piece until the whole fits seamlessly. Another aspect worth noting is the culture within the Patriots locker room. Reports about rookies like Campbell being considered for leadership roles speak volumes about the environment Bill Belichick fosters. He demands accountability, work ethic, and football IQ, regardless of tenure or draft status. If a rookie can demonstrate those qualities, they earn respect fast. That kind of culture breeds resilience and adaptability, essential traits for any team aiming for sustained success. As the offseason progresses, the Patriots' focus on both sides of the ball will only intensify. The defense will continue sharpening its aggressive style, while the offense gradually opens the playbook and improves chemistry. The coaching staff's ability to balance these developments will be critical, ensuring neither side outpaces the other too drastically. The upcoming months will reveal much about the Patriots' trajectory. Will the offense's lovely promise materialize into consistent scoring drives? Can the defense maintain its dominance against increasingly complex schemes? How quickly will rookies like Campbell and Douglas make their mark? These questions create a narrative filled with anticipation and excitement for Patriots fans and NFL watchers alike. At the end of the day, this offseason is shaping up as a defining chapter for New England. With a blend of tradition, innovation, promising youth, and proven veterans, the Patriots are positioning themselves for a compelling season ahead. The groundwork laid in these voluntary workouts and early practices will set the tone, and every player knows the stakes. For a franchise that has tasted championship glory multiple times, the hunger to return to those heights burns as fiercely as ever. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Foxborough has been buzzing this week, and not for the reasons Patriots fans might hope. A cloud of uncertainty has descended upon Gillette Stadium after murmurs began to swirl around comments allegedly made by Mike VRABEL behind closed doors. The former Titans head coach and current senior advisor in New England reportedly expressed deep concerns about the Patriots' off-season training sessions. Concerns that some insiders say border on alarm. According to sources close to the Sheem organization, VRABEL has privately voiced frustrations with what he perceives as a lack of intensity, cohesion, and urgency during workouts. While no official statements have been made, the whispers suggest that VRABEL is not only worried about the current state of preparation, but fears that if things don't improve swiftly, the team could be heading toward a catastrophic season. 1. Source described VRABEL as being visibly agitated during recent meetings, reportedly pointing out lapses in player discipline, inconsistent energy levels, and what he called a troubling absence of leadership on the field. While such criticism might be par for the course in high-stakes football environments, the tone has caught many off guard, especially given VRABEL's long-standing ties to the Patriots organization and his usual composed demeanor. The rumors have sparked speculation among fans and media alike. Could this be a sign of deeper issues within the Patriots locker room? Or is VRABEL simply trying to light a fire under a team still searching for its identity post-Brady? It's worth noting that not everyone in the organization shares VRABEL's dire outlook. Some insiders insist that the offseason jitters are being blown out of proportion, and that head coach Jerod Mayo is taking a measured developmental approach with his young roster. Still, with the AFC East becoming increasingly competitive, the margin for error in New England is razor thin for us. Now, nothing is official. There have been no public acknowledgments of strife, no fiery press conferences, and no roster shakeups, at least not yet. But if VRABEL's concerns prove to be more than just early summer frustration, Patriots Nation could be in for a rocky ride. The next few weeks may reveal whether these are just preseason growing pains or the first signs of a storm. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.